So I'm at the Atlas staging grounds for on the GDT, starting section B today. The only issue is all of my maps say something different about which direction I'm supposed to go to get to Window Mountain Lake. So I don't know yet which one I'm going to be choosing. I'm going to take some time here, have some water, maybe repack my pack a little because it's super heavy. And then I'll figure out which of the many routes I can take to Window Mountain Lake and try and figure out which one's the actual GDT, because I have multiple apps that say different routes are the GDT. But anyways, I'll try my best. I don't think I get the joke. I also forgot to mention that I already saw a bear today. It was like pretty small, juvenile bear. Not sure if there was a mama nearby or other bears, but essentially I was walking down the road and bear stuck its head out from the wilderness. It looked at me and then it was like, nope, and went the other way. But it was really cool. And I'm glad that that particular bear was more scared of me than I was of it. But I don't think I'm gonna have my future bear encounters be so lucky. I'm here at Window Mountain Lake, and honestly it's so beautiful, but it's just a huge issue today because my iPhone charger broke. Like the tip came off of it and I tried to fix it and I can't. That means my whole iPhone doesn't work with all my maps and food instructions and plans and all the other campsites. And like, I really just am at a loss for what to do. Alright, so I'm gonna explain what happened last night. Just as I was getting to camp, my iPhone charger completely broke. The little piece that gets inserted into your phone, the lightning cable part, broke off inside of the phone. And that phone has pretty much everything on it that I need to get around. And so essentially I'm screwed. So last night, just using the Garmin alone with no cell phone, battery, anything, I was texting my family and my partner and my friend on the Garmin to make a plan about what we're gonna do next. And so the plan now is to get myself back to Atlas and the Atlas staging area. Then once I get to the Atlas staging area, I'll wait for my friend who's going to come and drop off my iPhone chargers. So that's the newest, most improved plan. It sucks always having to do something and then come back, do something and then come back. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to get as much of this trail done in as little time as possible. So I just got the Atlas staging area, and yeah, but I got here super early because I ran into a super nice guy on the road there. His name is Bryce, and he ended up driving me all the way back here. So I was so lucky, and yeah, thank you so much, Bryce, for saving me on that highway. The issues with my Dyneema Z-Packs continue to get worse and worse. Like, I don't have enough room. One second. I don't have enough room in my bag for my whole tent. And so I need to carry it externally, but it's just crazy. I've repaired it already probably 8 times. And I need to now today repair it again.
This is supposed to be strong stuff. I don't understand. Want to just remember to say thank you to the lovely family who I met here at the ALTAI Staging Center or area. They gave me 2 bottles of water, and then I met the park ranger, recreation engagement officer, Chris, and he was super nice. And he also gave me more water too, because there's not a ton of water options here at Atlas. I'm still waiting on my buddy to come and pick me up so that we can, so that I can continue on my hike. And he's gonna bring 2 chargers so that I don't have this issue happen again accidentally. But looking forward to getting back on the trail. Trying to keep positive as possible, even though it's a really hot day, so I'm feeling really drained. But gonna keep working on it and just laughing at all the millions of funny kids and all the fun family dynamics that are here at the Atlas staging area. So I just had the nicest thing ever happen to me. That same family that gave me water, they invited me over and they cooked steak, and we had the potato salad, and it was just so nice of them to do that. I was telling them all about my fortunes and misfortunes, many misfortunes on the trail, and just honestly some of the kindest people I've ever met. And then one of the family members also gave me a phone charger. Wild. I just don't even understand how people are so kind. I had to stop it because he came back, and the guy offered me more water, and he said if I ever need more water I can just go and grab it out of his truck. And people are so kind here. I don't understand how I got so lucky to run into that family. And I didn't ask their permission to say their names on camera, obviously, so I won't. But I am really blown away. And yeah, they said when I'm like, well, thank you so much for doing all this. They said, oh, no worries. We would do this because we hope that if we were in the same situation, somebody would help us. And that's just seems to be a common mentality of everybody here in Alberta. Just always gonna help your neighbor, always gonna help each other out. And it's really beautiful. And I am just so grateful. So I was just dropped off by my buddy, Matt. Bye, Maddie. In this beautiful location. I'm taking this time to get back on the Great Divide Trail. You can see right here, got an 8 km hike to the trail, to the Great Divide, and then I'm gonna be back on and everything's good. And yeah, so when my friend came to pick me up the other day, I got in the way. My friend came to pick me up the other day. We tried to get to my second campsite, but there was no way I could make up 2 days of walking in one day in order to get to second camp. And so he was going to drive me to my old trailhead at Window Mountain Lake, but of course, well, we couldn't do that. Well, it wasn't an of course, we thought that we could. So we tried to take his SUV down the road, but we couldn't do that after all because the road was too rough. And so I took one day off trail, and now I'm back and working on getting back to the GDT today. So very excited to be back on trail. But I was very lucky the one day I was gone, I got to see Blake Shelton. And honestly, it was on my bucket list forever. So I am just really grateful that it all kind of worked out. So in good spirits, I'm gonna go through these trails here. Gonna make sure I'm calling out for bears. So I just walked past 2 hikers, and it is the biggest blessing because honestly, for the first I don't know, 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers of this hike, every 5 seconds I was just getting like a cobweb in the mouth. For some reason it was always the mouth, and it was just disgusting and horrible. But now I've just been cruising without the spider webs. But you can kind of see what mountain I'm headed up and around. It's in between Mount Boulton and Mount Aldridge, I believe, the Fording River Pass campsite. So we're gonna be scaling up those guys and going in between. But look how cool that is. I know. Very excited to do it. Very excited to be on trail for such a beautiful day so far. And even if it does rain later, like the forecast says, it's all gonna be good. We're ready for it. We got our wet shoes on instead of those big boots, so we should be good. I just got out onto like a really nice ATV trail for the next little while. But for a while there, it was seriously bushy, and I'll kind of show you what I do to scare off the bears. This is 100% for my mom right now. I say, "Hey bear!" And then I just, as soon as I turn before I turn another corner, I'll say it again, so that, you know, everything, not just bears, know I'm coming. And they think I'm scarier than I am. Because really, me zero scary, but the bears don't need to know that. So initially I thought I was gonna have to ford this, but woohoo, there's like a secret little bridge over here. So I stumbled upon a little camp here. It looks like it's a horse camp, just based on over here and all the horse poop. But it's so nice. I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna pull out some snacks, I'm gonna have my lunch, and maybe I'll get to see somebody. I didn't go in the tent because they have it all corded off, but maybe somebody will come back and I'll get to say hi. Just got to this trail register here, so I was able to put a little note in, sign my name, and kind of see who else is on the trail. It's very cool to see everybody who's been through here, and yeah, maybe I'll bump into somebody today. Who knows if they're also camping at the same spot. GDT North, here we come. We're just gonna cut out my heavy breathing, but you gotta see this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the hellhole that is the inside of my tent and how I usually set things up inside on the day-to-day. So you can see pillow, sleeping pad. Don't mind my feet, they're just atrocious. Sleeping bag. I leave out my sleeping socks, so I'll be nice and toasty and warm with those. Then I have my sleeping bag liner / pajamas here. What is it called again? It's so fun. Hold on. A nightie, U-nightie. It's so cute. But yeah, and then I usually have my backpack at the bottom, and it stops my whole sleeping pad and the bottom of my sleeping bag from getting too much condensation on it in the morning, because that's a big problem. Then in my hat, I usually keep like any like little personal items that I might want throughout the night, like my hair elastics and stuff. This is my bear bag. It's going to be removed right now because I'm going to go make dinner. And then in this bag, I have all the electronics, and that will actually go with my filter at the end of my feet in my sleeping bag. And then these are all clothes that have to get hung up outside while I make dinner to try and just, you know, get a little bit of the terrible sweat out of them, let them dry a little bit. And then I have my hanging clothes here too, which are also just my socks and stuff, and they just need a little bit of time to dry because I was doing a lot of river fords today, and nothing crazy obviously, but they still got really wet. And then I put my clothing bag on that side as well to stop my whole sleeping bag from sliding that way as well. so that, again, condensation, whatever else, just keep it off the sides throughout the night. But that's essentially what it looks like. It's nothing special, but yeah, this is gonna be me for the next little while. So it was a pretty rainy day today. Climbed a little bit of the mountain today, and now just continuing along the path. It looks like in Gaia the maps are just completely off for this section, which is sketchy. So I've been trying my best to figure out where everything is, but every now and then I'll get a GDT flag marker or whatever, and I'll be like, okay, it's all cool. But look how beautiful it is even when it's raining. It's pretty crazy. Just want to give you a quick view before it starts pouring again. But yeah, very beautiful. This is kind of like freaky to stand under. So it's been a really crazy, really wet day. Not only was it pouring rain on top of the mountain, but now going through all the bush and all the trees. Literally every inch of me is soaking. And as much as I knew this was a possibility, it still sucks when it happens. I'm freezing cold. So just gonna keep working and hopefully get down this mountain today. Honestly, these things, all the deadfall on the trails, bane of my existence. I would have been flying down this trail if it wasn't for them. Also, I'm wearing a bug net, not because there's mosquitoes, not because there's black flies, no, because there's every 5 steps a cobweb that goes straight into my mouth or eye or anywhere on my face, making it very inconvenient. So this is my solution, and I think it's a good one. So anyways, just gonna keep dealing with all the deadfall. Like, this is a clear section compared to what I just went through. It's taking me forever. Just finished crossing Aldridge Creek, and it's a little scarier than expected. So again, the water is so high, it's now twice, that the path has flooded. So, man, am I glad I brought my trail runners. They have been through a beating today, that is for sure. So we came up the path down that way, and now we're going to be re-entering a little trail portion. I hope this one lasts longer than all the other ones, because it's like 2 minutes on trail, 2 minutes in the river. 2 minutes on trail, 2 minutes in the river. But it's all good. It's all a part of the experience. I think I finally made it off of that thing. That crazy trail. I think this is the ATV trail. Beautiful wildflowers. Gorgeous. The day's a lot better. And it's going to be easy from here on. I wasn't expecting to be so ahead of schedule for all of this. So I guess I'll just make my way to camp, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. Before it gets too dark, I just wanted to quickly show you the view from my tent tonight. I was obsessed with this spot, so I cleared it off, got it all ready. Hopefully no one minds that I parked here. Starting out my next day on section B. Can't remember the day now. There are all these gophers at camp. I don't know if you can see them, but they're so cute. They just keep popping out of these holes, going back in, popping out, going in. Very cute. So I've been walking for only about just over an hour. I've already gone 5K. This is seriously the fastest pace I've been able to do so far. And I don't know, at this pace I'm gonna get to camp way, way too early. Such an incredible, beautiful view. So this is also today's view from my tent, which is crazy. I'm gonna post that up in a second. But yeah, I just had the craziest, most awesome experience with some fellow campers here. I'm being quiet because I don't want to disturb them. But literally, I was looking for water, and then the husband came over from the couple that's camping beside me, and they're like, oh yeah, they showed me where the water was a little bit down the road for like the nicest, freshest water, and then they invited me over for dinner and to enjoy all of their fire. And anyways, it was so nice. Went over there, had pasta salad, we had hot dogs and fruit and wine, and it was so nice. They're just some of the most genuine, kind people ever, and so thank you so much, Chris and Bill. It was really lovely meeting you from Elkford. So the really nice couple I was talking about last night also let me have breakfast with them. Bacon and eggs and homemade sourdough and homemade raspberry jam, and they're just the nicest couple ever known to man. I'm so lucky to have met them. And then I was walking down the road, maybe like, I don't know, a kilometer from camp, probably not even. I run into this really nice guy, and his name is River, and he's walked the GDT like a million times, and he's developing an app with Dustin Links, and he was telling me all about it, and it sounds so cool. Like, it sounds like it's going to solve all my Gaia / far out / gut hook problems. So he was such a nice guy, and really happy to have met him too. He's got on ahead, and he's probably going to be in Boulton Trading Post. Boulton Trading Post? My brain is fried. But yeah, probably be at the end of section B by a couple hours by his pace. So good for him. He's incredible, and he was telling me how he was doing like flip-flopping in the sections. So he's not even just doing each section once, he's doing it the other way too, which is wild, but good for him. So I'm just going along. I have a very easy day today. I think it's only like 12 kilometers. Woohoo. And then I get to camp at the best place ever. The couple was telling me about a really easy little hike I should do once I get set up at camp. And yeah, that's my day so far. Okay, now, so every single car that has come by me coming down this road has said that they've seen not one, but two big bears. One big brown black bear and one giant blonde black bear. And so I am super sketched doing this by myself. At least it's not grizzlies, but who knows? Those literally could be anywhere. But you know, more of this today, so I can't complain too much, eh? But I'm gonna keep my eyes out, my eyes open. I've got my bear banger here. I don't know if you can see it. My bear spray is on my side, ready to go. And I've been blaring music. I know that's rude hiker etiquette, but I don't care. Sorry, not sorry. Don't want to get eaten by a bear. This is inside, what is it called? Tobermory hut. Oh, cool. Little wood stove. Crazy.
Wow. At Upper Elk River Recreation Site right now, but I am going to Lower Elk Lake. So a little bit longer, not much, but that was such a cool cabin back there. I just wish these power lines were in here. It would make the walk so much more beautiful, but still. Do you even see what's behind me? This is my walk today. Oh, and when you thought that was enough, boom, some more up there. Just met 3 very lovely people in an RV, and they're coming their way into this park right now. Yeah, they were just waiting because there was some big holdups there because they're putting in new toilets. So it's very exciting. And anyways, apparently a fellow GDT hiker was just about 1 kilometer behind me, so maybe I'll get to meet up with them tonight, but it's all great. Finally back on some trail, some beautiful trail, perfectly done trail, but trail nonetheless. So nice to be back. And look at this. This place is unbelievable. Look at this place. It's just wild. I'm being quiet because a lot of other campers are taking naps. They're sleeping. So I want to make sure I'm being respectful. But this is an amazing place and I'm going to go swimming. For sure. I'm going swimming. Now I am at Upper Elk Lakes and it is just amazing. I don't know if you can see all the water falling off the cliff, but it's just unreal. It's way too cold to swim. Freezing. So I'm super sweaty because it's first thing in the morning and I'm climbing up Mount Fox, I believe. Kind of hard to tell from Gaia, but just coming around this corner and it's absolutely beautiful. So today is my last day on section B before I have a 0 day, and it's been crazy. Last night I just had a really hard time falling asleep because I honestly can't imagine not being here. It's just so beautiful and challenging and crazy, and I just love it, and it makes me so happy every day. And given my job, I don't know how long I'm gonna get to be here.
So I'll finish as much as I can in the time I can, but I'll keep pushing in the meantime. But just very grateful. Just got to Fox Lake and it looks beautiful.